Hey yo, Shalom. Oh, praise to Yahweh Hashem Yashab Hashem Kakadash. That one to the apostles and elders, the great millstone and rule well, and Shalom to the, to the elect brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Yeah, so brother, I'm one from the GMSLondon camp. Just, I wanted to just pipe in a bit on this, this little case you got going on, because like over the course of like the last couple of, last day or so, you basically had it where all these packages have been turning up that got sent to Obama, Hillary, all these people. And now they're saying like they caught the geezer. His name's Caesar Syke. It says Florida man, a suspect in anti-democratic mail bombs. This is on RT. It says, federal agents have arrested a suspect identified as 56-year-old Caesar Syke, following a spate of suspicious packages sent to top Democratic officials in recent days. Here's what we know. It gives him a bit of details. It says, hey, here's a record and that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was looking at, I think he might be Italian. But who knows? He's meant to be a super Trump fan. Sending bombs round and all that. But it's just, it's a little case. Just it's interesting to watch because it's basically bringing up that term again. Domestic terrorist, which is, if you're familiar with the scriptures, then Esau is going to basically try and turn, that's a little label this so-called white man's come up with, basically just to switch it on, on the brothers in this word, man. The thing is some BS. It's some BS because thing is we ain't doing what this guy's doing. We ain't advocating that either. All we doing is going out on the streets, teaching the Bible. But Esau basically is gonna, he's gonna be throwing shade. He's gonna be hating. So he basically needs to find a way. He's carnal. Esau's carnal. He needs some physical way to basically come against me. So he's basically building. He's building up the thing. Oh, there's domestic terrorists. Blah blah blah. This that. Then he's going to, obviously try and flip that on us later on. And then they're going to have all these guys come up. They're going to say, and it's going to come to a point where, anyway, it's after the what do you call it, the Patriot Act. It's already pretty much on the level where everyone, every citizen is a potential enemy anyway. They're just going to make it like, look, we can't trust. There's too many domestic terrorists. We're going to have to, that's how they institute the chip. Get people into the concentration camp, say, look, you're going to have to take this. We're going to have to make sure that you are who you say you are and all these things. Or they might have too many people coming across the border. You've also got that going on at State right now as well, where they're talking about all these guys basically trying to cross the border. And all these guys trying to cross the border. And they're saying that big caravan coming through Mexico. And they're saying, that's being a big thing. So, Esau's stirring these things up. And it's basically, he's going to be using these different elements to try and push forward his New World Order plans, man. His plans basically try and get his rule in. But, ain't going to work. Ain't going to work, Esau's setting up these little, all these different little incidents. And he's obviously going to try and flip it onto the brothers later on. But, the law, basically the law's going to frustrate whatever he tries. The thing is, he's the time's going to come where we ain't going to be able to go on the street because Esau's going to say, hey, look, you guys are enemy combatants. That's why they got the same thing, that term coming out, black identity extremist. You had the guy getting arrested, showing all these Jake shooting guns. We have we ain't got shit to do with them guys, man. Them guys are, they're in the scriptures as zealots, man. Bunch of zealots. They're basically trying to carnally take down Rome. But, we're spiritual men. We know we just leave it to the Lord. Let me read this. Matthew 10:21, and the brother shall deliver the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And that's the time we're coming into. All these, this is why if someone's a 2/3, you can't really be too worried about them, man. Even in your family, you really can't, There's no point getting upset or, getting all messed up. Look, we need to teach the 2/3. Bro, fuck that shit. I ain't looking at them. All these guys are basically gonna turn on you at the drop of a hat. So really all you have is a brotherhood within the truth, man. And it says what? And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Yeah, so we're gonna be hated of men for Yahushua's name's sake. And that's the only reason why that's really gonna come against it. And the thing is, it's happening now already. Because GMS is that group which everyone loves to hate on. Everyone's always talking, we out there. Even when, we got the video of them so-called Jews at camp. Them guys are getting slaughtered in the scriptures. People are like, look, man, you guys didn't even cut them properly. Hating. No, they ain't going out there. They ain't got no videos on their channel talking shit and hating. And it says, and when they persecute you in the city, flee you into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. So yeah, basically when that persecution comes, you gotta get out of there. That's why you ain't gonna be hanging around, man. That's why the famine of word's gonna come, because it's gonna come to the point where the internet gets locked down. That's another thing as well. Esau's looking, basically the YouTube shut down. Everyone was getting all messed up, and Esau's looking basically. He's mentioned as well. These elites are mentioned before. They don't like the internet like that, so they're looking, and the words coming out like hot fire. They have to shut it down. And it says what the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple to be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. So yeah, just like Yahushua has been called Beelzebub, we're gonna basically be called the devil. Every term on the planet. When that's already happening, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen on a national scale when Esau puts it out and starts trying to make us look like we're them domestic terrorists. Because that's all part of his plan. Esau's a feeble worm. He needs to do these things to try and secure, his rulership. But ain't gonna work out. That's why it says, "Fear them not, therefore." Because, all the truth's gonna come out in the end. Esau's gonna be shown to be the devil, man. And that's how the Lord's got it going down. But that's why it's just have to roll in the spirit, man. Leave it down to the Lord. Because that's why it's, keep blazing the videos, going out and doing the speaking. When the time comes, man, the Lord take care of his men. He always has. Even if there's some that are gonna have to get their heads chopped off for the witness of Yahushua, which that's gonna have to happen. But the Lord's got his men, and he's just like he said to onto Elijah, man. There's 7,000 ain't gonna bow the knee. So there's the 144,000 and 1/3, man. They're basically gonna hold it down. So that's why it's like, Esau can do what he's doing. We'll just stay rolling in the spirit, man. But yeah, I'll leave it there, man. Say all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Hashem, Kadash. Double and see Apostle, all this great millstone, man. Shalom.